Hey guys, you are watching Battle Squad from Perth, Western Australia, where we inspire other nerfing groups all around the world with our coolest and most innovative nerf maps and games. And today I've got something special for you. What would happen if a drone and a rapid strike had a baby together? Well, you would get this, the FDL 3, the ultimate American fully automatic foam blaster. Most moderate to advanced nerfers know how to mod and beef up their flywheel blasters, but the technical sophistication that goes into one of these would have most of them scratching their heads. The computer inside this blaster will pre-rev the motors to the exact same RPM for every single shot depending on how high or low you set it. And all this will happen in a blink of an eye thanks to the brushless motors when you pull this trigger. So this has to be the best nerf blaster ever created. Except it's not. This is. The FDL 2 was truly a game changer. It's possibly the greatest leap forward in foam blaster history. Which other blaster performs this highly and has so many packed features and also looks this good? And unlike the FDL 3, the FDL 2 is intimidating, it's aggressive, it's clearly a nerf interpretation of a Chris Vector. The resemblance is uncanny and it has a beautiful mixture of sharp edges, soft angles which makes it so interesting to look at. Plus from some angles it kind of looks like a man's private parts, which is a good thing. But there's a problem with the FDL 2. Let me explain. Everything you purchase in Australia over $100 must have 7 years worth of replacement parts. The FDL 2 just doesn't. This is my car, a Suzuki Jimny. I love my car, but this year Suzuki released a new Jimny, which I don't really like or can't afford. Doesn't matter. Because I'm confident that if anything happens to my Jimny, I can call Suzuki and get some replacement parts and I'll be good to go. But I don't have that confidence with my FDL. At all. In fact, if you don't own a 3D printer, which I'm guessing you don't because your house is not a mini factory, and you don't mod drones for fun, which I'm also guessing you don't because, well, DJI, you might as well not play with your expensive FDL 2 because your FDL 2 is one drop or one jam away from being completely irreparable. And you have this guy to thank, the FDL 3. And this is all quite disappointing when you think about the fact that the FDL 2 looks like a Chris Vector. A Chris Vector. A fish. The successor to the FDL 2, the FDL 3, has no real major performance upgrades except maybe the clicky trigger compared to the mushy trigger on the FDL 2, and also the double mag release and the buttons on the top allowing you to change your burst mode. Other than that, it just looks different and not necessarily in a good way. And I know that a lot of people like the way their FDL 3 looks. And that's fine, it's understandable. I just don't. I don't even know where my hand is supposed to go. Seriously, I feel like I'm gonna shoot my own thumb. And of course FDL make the best flywheel blasters, period. And the reliability is great too. Honestly, it really is. We have maybe 10 FDLs at Battle Squad now, and we've had one fault, which you will see in the gameplay I'm about to show you. These blasters do not jam, basically ever. If a dart doesn't come out the other end, you are probably just out of darts. The FDL 2 has the on and off switch next to your trigger finger, which is a little annoying, but that's not a major problem. Oh, and they're accurate too. Really accurate. The accuracy of the FDL 2 and 3 rivals Springer blasters. I have spoken to the guys at FDL and they've told me that they might possibly change the FDL 2 so you can put FDL 3 parts inside it. I think that would be a really good move for them because so many people have spent so much money on the FDL 2 and it's just so sad to see them go just because the parts aren't available anymore. And some people may even make it cooler, some people may make it compatible with katana mags. That would make it a lot more like a Chris Vector. Everyone I've spoken to who owns both an FDL 2 and a 3 says they prefer the 2 over the 3. And if you like your FDL 3, that's really good, and if you like the way it looks, I'm really happy for you. I'm just sad that it ended FDL 2, which was a legendary blaster, probably the greatest leap forward in all foam blaster history. And that concludes my thoughts on the FDL 2 and 3. Now I'm going to leave you with the gameplay I had over the weekend. In this gameplay I want you to notice how effective and accurate the FDL 2 is. And unfortunately, what I feared most would happen happened to my FDL2. I damaged it. I hope your FDL2 sees better days. Jay, pushing up on the right. Jay. Left, got it, thanks. Yeah, just one hit, Matt. Shit. What the hell? I got a jam.
Jeremy just shot you once in the back just right.
Did he? Okay. Yeah, I'm out. Hang on. I have a jam. Yeah, it's the first jam I've ever had.
Old darts. They do have problems if you run continually old darts.
No, it's a new dart. It's a new dart, yeah. Put it on. So.
I got one goal left.
Hey, watch out! Hi on. Sorry, just give me a sec. There's definitely something wrong with this now. I think I've burnt the motor.
Let me look.
Hey, come on. Yep. Looks like it.
Do it? Yeah, it's not pushing anywhere near as much air either.
Making funny noise, yeah.
But yeah, you can't tell from the top, can you?
Oh, hang on, yeah, you can.
Nope.
It's good?
Both motors are spinning.
Sorry guys, I got a malfunction.
Just park a couple in there.
Look at that.
Not shooting hard at all, dude.
No.
I'd retire it for the day and just try and figure out what's going on with it later.
Yeah.
Hang on, got a faulty FDL.
That's why you're still alive.
Let me take the battery out and restart it.
What battery you got in there?
The recommended one.
I've got some fully charged ones in that regulator if you need something.
No, it's fully charged.
Is it?
Yeah. A dart got stuck in there.
Oh shit.
And then it just stopped working after that.
It's not shooting hard. Put it this way, it's shooting about 15 feet at tops.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just something stuck in the flywheels around the side.
No, you can see
No, there's nothing in there. Wait. No. That's 80%.
Hang on, maybe just fire it without. Fire it without.
Without a mag.
Yeah, dry fire.
Yeah. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Hang on, what is that?
That's the auto destruct.
Yeah. You have...
I think you got a cord hitting in your way, I think.
Something's getting smashed by the...
You're right.
Maybe it's the pusher.
Yeah, the pusher I think is clocking one of your flywheel motors.
What is that? Alarm?
Turned off.
Yeah, I think it wants to be turned off.
Yeah, it wants to be turned off.
Hang on. Do you have something in here? Just spin them around manually.
No, they spin fine.
Yeah, the other side though.
Spin fine.
Does it look like when you pulled the thing then, that wire was getting clocked by something?
Yeah, in there.
Yeah. Maybe this just loose, the motor. It's just shaking. Doesn't feel like it, but it's pretty hot.
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, that one's really hot.
Brushes get high anyway, man, so...
But this one's not hot. That one's hot. The one that's shaking.
Yeah, that might have done the motor in. It's moving, but it's not moving properly, that's for sure. You've only got half power on one flywheel.
Yeah, I think your wires are in the way.
One of your flywheels, yeah, maybe it's only one flywheel working.
No,
Yeah, maybe.
it won't
Well,
spin though.
hang on.
They're
I
both
don't
spinning.
see anything in the way.
No, look very clearly your wire here is
That's the thing I've actually been speaking to Jesse about. There's no support for the FDL2X anymore.
No, he's candid.
So if you burn something,
The only thing is it's all online now. He's opened it up so you got everything online.
but he says nothing that he sells now fits the FDL2.
No, that's right. You've got to print it yourself.
yeah.
What does that mean?
Means you need a printer.
As in like...
All the files, every single file for that is online now, including all the programming. He's opened it up, so it's all open source. That was his way around it to say, I'm not supporting it, you support it yourselves.
But do they sell, like, can I print a part that will take FDL 3 parts now?
You should be able to walk into that hobby store, buy a new motor that's the same as that, down in Melville, undo that, unplug it, plug it back in, just plug in a new motor. Because that bolts on. That's only a nut that holds that on. That flywheel on. So if you undo that nut, take the flywheel off, put a new motor in, you should be right as rain.
So if I burn a motor, that's the way to go.
I wonder if that's sitting a little bit lower. Is that sitting a little bit lower?
Not too sure.
It's hard to tell.
I reckon it is. Maybe fractionally.
Yeah. A dot just got stuck. Well, they look the same. Looks right there.
I can just open it up and play in it.
Alright. Does anyone have a blaster I can borrow?
Yeah, you can use the other one I brought, the spare one.
Yeah, the
regulator.
Yeah, cool. That'd be cool.
Out.
That's funny because I'm actually doing a review of this right now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a bummer. Wouldn't have happened if you had the 3. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, maybe it'll happen a bit later.
No.
Well, this is pretty much brand new as well.
Yeah. Never gonna
Is that the one you got off Bradley?
No.
No, that's a different one, is it?
Yeah, this one I got off, Perth Nerf. You know the guy?
Yeah.
So I just burnt my FDL2. I always knew this would happen. This was one of the biggest concerns I've had about the FDL is that there is no support for the blaster anymore. And it's such an expensive blaster, and I think that when FDL makes a blaster that's about $700 or so, they really need to provide support for many years after the blaster is discontinued. So I'm on my own now. I have to figure out a way to fix the blaster and get it going again. So I'm using a regulator now, which has got fangs and a 4S, and it sounds crazy loud. So yeah, I'm a bit bummed about my FDL, but what can you do? It happens. Cool. Shall we keep going?
Let's continue.
Yeah. So it doesn't do full auto?
It'll do full auto too. It's just
Oh my God.
how quick you can pull that trigger is how many comes out.
Sorry?
If you pull that trigger really quick, only 2 should come out. If you hold it down, it'll just go full auto.
I see.
Occasionally you'll get 3 come out of it though.
How do I put this around myself? Should I just leave it?
Yeah, just put it around yourself. So just, it's not, I wouldn't,
I'm not gonna drop it, but just as a backup.
yeah, I wouldldn't be running around without your hand on it.
No, exactly, I want to do that, yeah, definitely.
It's just a backup just in case.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's what I wanted to
There's no better in it.
No battery? Cool, no worries. So, oh, this is an X as well, just like mine. Cool, thanks for that. All right, so Jeremy has been kind enough to lend me his FDL2X, which is exactly the same as mine, just black and gray with a torch on it. So let's hope I don't burn his one as well, because that would be a catastrophe. But yeah, it's firing pretty good. You know, I really hope that mine just needs a new motor that I can just procure from some hobby shop, and it's nothing major. So I will put that in one of my vlogs. Probably not this one, but the next one, because it's gonna be. It'll take me a while to figure out how to fix it. Are you guys ready? So I'm not gonna be as comfortable with this one as mine because it doesn't have my favorite sight on. So come with me and let's see what we can do. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. 3, 2, 1, start. Sorry.
I'll try and hold them and you can just like swing them around. Yeah?
All right, no problem. We'll try that. All right, FDL2. Whoa, my goodness, that thing shoots hard. That's one hit. That's one hit, Matt. Okay, I do not want I want rate of fire, burst, full auto. Thank you. The sight is actually really good. It doesn't have a battery, so it's not really on, but if you're ever buying an FDL2X, consider this sight. It's actually really impressively good. Whoa, that thing shoots so hard. That thing is an Exus, by the way, and it's shooting harder than I like. That head came right off. Damn, that thing shoots well. I got time. Good little. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I'm out. Go. Yeah, thanks. Alright, so Matt just killed me. Very well. They're both on my side. Yeah, this. God damn it. Why do you have to jam? Yes, you got me. This thing jammed again. Remember on the out of dots episode, I told you this thing jams a lot? That's what I'm talking about. I haven't even shot it yet and it's already jammed. So it's disappointing. That's one hit. Yeah. That's one hit. Headshot. Yeah. And that is how we do. This one actually performs better than mine. This is a really good FDL. Brilliant FDL. So crisp, so good. Yep. Oh. Good shot. Yeah, you got him. You got one of them.
I got one of them.
Yeah. Oh. This one's backwards.
You think they're back?
Yeah, they're back. Let's go kill them. Yep. Yeah, good shot. Damn. This FDL is so good. This FDL is better than mine. Way better than mine. Alright, well done. You got him in the leg. Good shot. Jeremy just hit me twice in the leg. I better run and get back in quickly so I can support my teammate. Stay there, Jay. Don't go in yet. Wait for me to come in with you. Shall we? Good.
One?
Yep. Jeremy, you out? You out? Okay, that's one hit. Alright, I'm out. Well done, Matt. Good job. Alright, so this game actually perfectly ties in to one of the biggest concerns I've ever had about the FDL 2X and just FDL as a company. The blasters are wonderful, they're excellent, but I really believe that if you make a blaster that's so expensive and it's sold as a complete unit, I really believe that you need to have support for many years afterwards. I mean, it's actually Australian law that about 5 to 10 years after you sell any product, you have to have support for it. So the FDL doesn't have any support, so that's one thing I don't like about it, and that's one thing that I think they could really improve on as a company. Now I know that maybe their volumes aren't that crazy. They probably sell a blaster a day or so. So I'm not really sure how that can work. Sorry, I'm just picking up dots as we speak. Hey Jason, how many, when you sell any product in Australia, how many years do you have to still continue supporting it?
7 years by law.
7 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Consumer law says 7 years you have to support it for parts and all the rest of it, yeah.
Exactly. Right, so that's my biggest concern with FDL, is that there is no support. So, you know, like, they've been selling a lot of FDL 3s, but then what about when FDL 4 comes out? Will there be support for the FDL 4, or will they just kind of can it? And I understand that they want you to print your own 3 parts and that sort of thing. That's fine, people can do that. And they might do that as a way to save money, but I think as a company, they should still provide support, because I don't own a 3D printer at all. In fact, in our entire nerfing community, maybe there's 1 person or 2 people who have a 3D printer, but there are a lot of FDLs. We have maybe like 10 FDLs now. And we don't really feel comfortable asking people to print us stuff all the time when they break. It's kind of a nuisance for them. It uses a lot of their electricity and a lot of their filaments, and it takes a lot of their time, and there's so much you can really ask people. And 3D printing in Perth is also extremely expensive. Something like, you know, hundreds of dollars for a little part. So, you know, I think FDL really needs to provide support, long-lasting support, at least 3 years after a blaster is finished, for people who don't have a 3D printer, people who don't have the ability to just go out there, buy their own parts, figure it out, make it all match. Because a lot of people don't have that skill, so that's my feedback. One of the biggest feedbacks I have to FDL as a company is you need to provide support for many years after you sell a blaster that's so expensive.